The film series is a very interesting bunch. They always have tons of advertisements like a filler arc, some have OVAs, and all of them have Oda. The last time I tackled this series was with Strong World, and so far, that's the best One Piece movie I've seen. So how good is the next one? One Piece Film Z. Well, I'm watching everything One Piece, and this is Z's Ambition Arc, Glorious Island, and One Piece Film Z. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to wait a little bit before I talk about the film itself, because first we have Z's Ambition Arc, and it has nothing to do with Z. So we actually have an interesting concept, a giant having a devil fruit, and even though this is filler, I kinda love how we're giving all kinds of variety devil fruit users. And so Mini Giant wants to save her dad from the Marines, and the Straw Hats do a sting operation to help, with some moderate success. I mean, this purple hair sword guy we've seen before, and of course the villain, as I call him, Moon Monkey, who's part of Z's crew, the Neo Navy, whose whole goal is to take out every single pirate in the world. But eventually they save the Giant's dad. The Moon Monkey shows up again, he tries to fight Luffy, somehow nearly defeats him, and then with the power of Vor, he becomes a giant and defeats him. All of this, just so they can have a feast. That's pretty much it. Just a very low stakes, probably forgettable arc, just to advertise the movie. Now, Glorious Island, it's just them lying around, and I actually enjoyed this. Granted, this is just 13 minutes of them just doing nothing, but we haven't seen this in a long time. Just the Straw Hats hanging out again. And yes, as you can clearly tell, this is where it has the iconic Nami scene.
Goo goo gaga, I want milk.
Hey, don't forget about Robin fans, they got something too. And then they'll get something else in Film Z. And for some reason, this is split into two parts. The first half is just them trying to get food. Then the other half is just Frankie making them go on a LSD trip and imagine food. He's spoken like a true American. And then yeah, that's Glorious Island. Not much about it, just a simple laid-back adventure. But now we're finally in the nitty-gritty of things. The big symphony moment. Film Z. I'm going to immediately start with the positives. The animation. Holy bonanza. It is gorgeous. And they even kind of switched things up. It's like kind of a 3D effect now. Just kind of that 5.1 surround sound to them. Another good thing about this, the world building. They bring back so many Marines. Every single admin and exiled admin. I'll get into them a little bit later. And some cute references. Like one of them that got me was the sea train. All the way back in Water 7. Something that I thought I'll never see again. So Z wants to take out all the pirates like I said earlier. But he's using these eggs, act like bombs and just explode islands. Where one of the islands looks like Pompeii and you know how that goes. Then we got Zoro over there, it's like, oh cool, fireworks. And after their 20th banquet, Luffy accidentally saves Z, and of course he's a pirate. All hell breaks loose. Then they actually get their asses whooped. Thousand Sunny is heavily damaged. Thanks to Walmart Bonnie, some of the crew was de-aged, and so they retreat. And because Nami's now a child, we have this iconic moment. Yeah, I don't know if there's some kick streamers behind this operation, but this is completely unacceptable. Thank goodness this is just filler. In better news, Aokichi's has a very main role in this. Yeah, for some reason this movie just highlights him the most. He just shows up randomly, talks with the pirates, talks with Z, and because of this movie, I actually like him more now because of the sudden screen time he has. And is this what happened to at Punk Hazard? He has scars on his shoulder. He has burn marks across his body, and he lost his leg? Is this canon? And it was also just nice seeing him with the Straw Hats. So after they failed, once again, they all suit up and get ready for the final battle. Yeah, this is my only complaint with this movie, but it's a big one. For once in One Piece's life, it has incredibly fast pacing here. The ending feels completely rushed. I feel like the ending needed about like 15 or 20 more minutes. But hey, my boy Frankie stole the spotlight for a minute, and Luffy vs. Z was pretty good, especially at the end of their fight. It just felt very real. There was no music, nothing special going on. It was just Luffy and Z just throwing hands. And then after their fight, Z kind of redeems himself by sacrificing himself to the Marines, giving everyone time to escape. Honestly, quite an amazing movie. If there wasn't a couple pointless scenes in this, if they extended the ending, it's like a 7.5 out of 10. And so goes Z as we watch the credits roll on this great movie. Yeah, I didn't have mainstream songs in my One Piece bingo.